Hello everyone, welcome to the United Stand. We are here, it is Thursday, it's Thursday night football. Means one thing, we are back in the Europa League and it all kicks off tonight against Real Sociedad. What team we will see, how Ten Hag will set up, we will see later on tonight, obviously. But going off what he was saying in the press conference yesterday, the press conference we was at, hopefully you guys have checked that out. If you'd have subscribed to the United Stand, you would have already noticed, and that would have come up as a notification. We were actually there, actually covering the whole press conference. I spoke with Diogo Dallo as well. He was answering questions regarding Anthony and his integration. Ten Hag was asked numerous questions regarding what rotation he might possibly use. Would Ronaldo start a game? Is Ronaldo fit to start every single week? So on and so forth. Mark pretty much covered that yesterday in his press conference reaction. Double bubble press conference coverage yesterday, people. Why would you not want to be liking that video? Like this one, subscribe to the United Stand. Let's go, let's get into this. Well, Europa League, it's not where we want to be, let's be honest. It's not the competition that United should be in either. It's a competition that right now is just the circumstances of the back end of our worst Premier League season in history. We've got to deal with it. We've seen encouraging signs after a horrific start to the season for Ten Hag. 4 wins in a row. We've not done that since COVID. So we haven't done that while fans have been back in stadiums. That's how long ago that was. So let that sink in. So the positives are there. This is a game, I think, tonight. It won't be straightforward, this game tonight. If you read my preview on this game, it's on the United Stand website now. You'll get a few more interesting stats regarding Sociedad, Manchester United's history with Sociedad. I mean, it is decent. We haven't lost in the last 4 against them. They haven't registered a goal against us in the last 4 games. But then again, we've only managed to draw 2 of them games. And the last time they came to Old Trafford was back in 2021. It was a 0-0 draw. That result tonight would, for me, be a massive disappointment. Although, I'm not expecting this to be straightforward. Yes, it's Europa League. And yes, you're expecting United to walk this group. It's the other 2 teams in this group, you would say, in Sheriff and Omonia, if that's even how you say their name. In Sheriff and Omonia, there are the teams that you'd expect United to probably walk over. Let's be fair. I don't think it's any disrespect in saying that to them 2 teams. United are head and shoulders and more above teams like that. Sociedad are a decent outfit. It goes and showing, I think, 4 La Liga games this season, they've only lost 1, and that was to Barcelona. They drew with Atletico Madrid at weekend, which is no mean feat, as we know. We've not managed to beat them in our last 3 games against them, including the pre-season game. So for Sociedad to get a draw against Simeone's men is no mean feat and cannot be looked at or can't be sniffed at. United will have to have their wits about them tonight. We can't go into it thinking, like I just said then, there's the mindset, and I think there's a few United fans with this mindset. It's Europa League. After everything that's going on in the league, we're just expected to walk over Sociedad and it's going to be one of them games. Well, no, it's not. It really isn't, because we're going to see changes. We're not going to see that cohesive team which has played 4 games in a row. We've seen about 1 change possibly in the last 4 games, the winning team that's going. We are going to see changes tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how many changes Ten Hag makes and how that influences the style of play that we go with. Because over the last few games, we've seen a certain home team attitude and then an away team attitude, in my opinion. In terms of away from home, it's bang, solid, banks of 4, work as hard as you possibly can, and we will take whatever chances we create, which 2-1-0 wins doesn't say has happened, but in theory, David De Gea having 2 of his quietest away games in what I can remember says a lot for how we've set up in the away games. At home, we've sort of had a more energetic and take it too. I mean, we did stand a bit more counter-attack-ish. Not complete counter-attack that everyone's saying it was against Arsenal. It wasn't like that for me. It was a bit different. So for me, I think the home sort of attitude and the home approach has been different to the away for us this season. So I would say tonight I'm expecting United to be on the front foot. I expect a robust, solid sort of outfit from Sociedad. Obviously, its goal went to... Isaac went to Newcastle, and they've lost one of their key players there. David Silva, I had no idea David Silva was at Sociedad. I don't even know why I can't even remember that. 36-year-old David Silva, still playing. And yeah, he's probably got good memories of Old Trafford, good and bad. But yeah, a little start reminder that there are them elements of quality in the Sociedad team. So let's be honest, we have to be careful. We have to take them seriously, and that's why I'm going with a close win tonight. I reckon tonight I'm going 2-0 United tonight. I think we'll get the goal. I think we'll probably bring them out a little bit. It may get a little bit nervous, but I expect United to probably go out second half, probably grab a second goal. I expect that sort of game tonight, which I'll take, get it in the bag, move on. It is massively important that we actually get to the top of this group. We should win top of the group, but the most important thing with it, and why I'm saying it is massively important, is because if you do win your Europa League groups now, then you don't have to play the round of 32. You go straight into the last 16 in the Europa League. This is what happened with West Ham last season. So it's 2 less games, and the craziness that everyone, the crazy tag that everyone puts on the Europa League in terms of like how many games you play, it's awkward. Well, that's gone if you win the group, because you get that big break then. You get that big break and you don't join the competition again then until the last 16. So you avoid the Champions League teams dropping down into the Europa League as such. So there is a real prize for coming top of your group. 2 less games in this already crazy season is a good thing, definitely. And less travel, 100% is a good thing, especially after coming back off the World Cup. So it is imperative that Manchester United take this competition as seriously as possible in the group stages. Yeah, knockouts, it gets more interesting, and it is a bit tedious in the group stages, but just get the wins. Go out and win 4 games in a row, which you should do easily. And apart from the game I'm saying, obviously Sociedad, no easy game obviously, but still United have got more than enough, and we have got way more than enough to beat the other 2 teams in this group. Go out, win the 4 games, get the group done and dusted. Like Ten Hag said in his press conference yesterday, we need to win every single game, and we go into every single game that way. And yeah, in years gone by, you've heard many a manager say that, it's all tongue-in-cheek, and then you see the team that comes out and it performs crap because it's under-strengthed. I don't know how many changes he's going to make. I was thinking that Manchester United could make 11 changes tonight and still feel confident. I reckon 6 or 7 changes. In terms of starting lineup, it may look a little bit different, because if you're playing Casemiro, Antony, Ronaldo, Alanga, you're going, well, there are 4 changes, well, 3 changes if you don't include Antony, but there's 3 changes there. But to be honest, them players have been playing, and I think we need to give game time to them players. And would you be bothered if in a Europa League game, in the group stages, you've got Antony needing game time, starts, Ronaldo, game time, starts, Casemiro needs game time, he starts, Alanga, Fred, Fred, Van der Beek's not fit for this game, unfortunately. We was covering training yesterday as well on the United stand, and Van der Beek wasn't at training. But I mean, look at all these players that need game time, and they're coming in. It's like, what the hell? This was like the team that it was last season. We've got players playing there, could be playing in this game, that are like likes of Luke Shaw, Victor Lindelof. You could see Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Like I said, Fred, Ronaldo, Alanga. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of options there for United. We have got a big squad. I don't expect it to be the weakened sort of team tonight against Sociedad. I expect it to be quite strong because of that, because we've got players, and the way Ten Hag has approached it in the league, it's with the likes of Casemiro still not being able to get in the team. He needs game time, he needs to stay sharp. So I think Casemiro will play tonight. We're actually resting Scott McTominay for a Premier League game and playing Casemiro in the Europa League. Who'd have thought that at the start of this season? Imagine, after them first 2 games after Brentford, if you'd have told me that we were leaving Casemiro out. First of all, actually getting Casemiro was no mean feat, but you're actually leaving Casemiro out of a Premier League game and playing him in a Europa League game because Scott McTominay has held his position and played well for 3 games in a row. I'd have said you were crazy. I'd have said you were absolutely off your rocker. But that is a scenario, and that is actually what is happening right now. And you've got to give credit where it's due to players. We're all for it. Criticise when we feel like players need criticising. Constructive criticism is fine. There's no hate, there's no agendas on this channel. Definitely not from me. And when a player plays well, he deserves to stay in the team. You can't knock that. Casemiro is an absolute world-class player. But one thing you cannot ignore is the fact that we've won 4 games in a row with this team that's starting in the Premier League. So I'm all for it. I'm all for that. In fact, Casemiro has to work his way into this team. This is how United should have been the last 3 years. But these players have walked into the team off crap performances, week in, week out, with no consequences for how they've played the week before. Right now, they're looking over the shoulder going, I need to either impress in this chance I'm getting tonight for the players coming in tonight, or the players at weekend playing in the Premier League, like, I have to stay on it. Otherwise, I ain't getting back in the team. A la McTominay with Casemiro. It's like, oh, hang on a minute. That's Casemiro over there. I better start playing well. I know that the manager's going to keep me in the team if I play well. So that's what's brought these results on. That's what's brought 4 wins in a row. It's Ten Hag. Ten Hag's mentality and getting into the player's mindset that you have to win every game if you want to keep your place in this team, and I will reward you. Rashford, McTominay, players like this are actually being rewarded for playing decent. Yeah, there's an argument between Sancho and Rashford, why Sancho always coming off first before Rashford, like in Southampton away, Leicester away, that was the case. But Rashford had a stormer against Arsenal in terms of his output and assist, goals. Absolutely brilliant game, best we've seen in a while. But that's how it is under Ten Hag, and that's how I think it needs to stay. He's set the precedent now. He's going to stick with it, hopefully, and everyone's going to fight for their place in this team. And anyone who gets the chance tonight will have to take it and really impress to get in that team at weekend against Crystal Palace, because it's going to be tough. The beauty of it is, normally, Europa League Sunday away from home against a team like Crystal Palace, that gives me fears for their weekend game. It's not ideal for Manchester United. It's not what we usually do well in. The weekend game after Europa League or Champions League, whatever it is always a tough one. If we can make numerous changes tonight and go into that game at weekend fresh, because we have got a big squad now, bonus, absolute bonus. And that's what we've got right now, and that's what Ten Hag has built in the space of 3 weeks after that catastrophe of a start. Absolute kudos and credits to Ten Hag in all of this. He's the man that's turned this around. So let's roll with it. Whatever he puts out tonight, I'm sure will be drilled in terms of players and message and game plan. I think we'll get a constructive sort of solid performance tonight. That's how I'm seeing it. I don't think it's going to be crazy. It's not going to be one of them or walking out the stadium, wow, sort of matches. It just doesn't have that vibe. First Europa League game of the season. It's not quite there, but you know what, I still think that we are going to get a decent enough performance tonight. That's my prediction. I'm going 2-0 United tonight. Let me know what you think. Get your comments in below, everybody. What is the score prediction for tonight for you? Obviously, like, share and subscribe to the United Stand. Cheers for all the messages from yesterday. I'm in the press box tonight, so we're bringing you extra coverage again from there and from outside the stadium. So, guys, it is the place to be. Do it, that subscribe button, share the video. This is United Stand. I'm Adam. I'm out of here. See you at the game, everybody. Bye-bye.